Oh. Oh. Hi. You helping? You're very old. Bound. Alright, so we're back in the shop, and today cutting out the section that the mufflers are going to go into. I have them extra long on this side, and I just cut that one there, so now we're going to kind of fill the space with muffler and hopefully get it right. Yeah, see what we can get done today. Memorial Day weekend. Shout out to all the vets. But see what we can get accomplished. So something I'm running into looking at the car is the distance that I need in between these two. I need to try to fit in between these cross members, and it looks like the emergency brakes are being held down. Here, I'll try to zoom out a little bit. There you go. So I think what I'm going to try to do is relocate them up top here. If I take this nut off, take this off, flip it up and put it up here and run the wires above the cross member, I think that'll work out pretty well. Not relying super heavily on my emergency brake, although it is for emergencies, but I'm not planning on getting in emergency situations in this thing and not parking on crazy situations, so that's what it is. But yeah, I need to just double check these numbers. Essentially what I'm getting ready to do is final checkup, markup, measurements, and just spot welding it. I would assume you don't want to do the whole thing on the floor here, even though it would be straight, and then try to put it up. That might be a nightmare. Although I got plenty of room, it might not be a terrible idea too to make sure it's straight. But I don't know. I kind of feel like doing it part by part. If there's just tiny little minute adjustments to try to get it to fit or go up and down and move, that might be the best bet to kind of walk through instead of just kind of assume. It's probably good for me to not assume things. But yeah, so just double checking these numbers, and also curious on actual load weight when this is lowered down, which I intend to do, making sure that the exhaust is going to miss any of the shocks or any of the clearance on just everything else. That's going to be really tricky because I don't know how far I'm going to end up doing it or what it does when you take off leaf springs or do a hinge and shackles kit, whatever else, all that. I'm just not sure on the leave 2 inches here or whatever else. So I'm just going to kind of play that by ear, but I'm just going to make sure I have the most clearance as possible. Again, why I might not want to weld these back ones, because if you spin these, it actually can rotate, in within that elbow, will kind of move it up or down. So yeah, this part might be tricky, but I might not want to be perfectly straight on that. But like I said, walk before we run. So we'll see what I can come up with. So what I devised to give me an extra free hand, I looked at it 3 or 4 times. It was hanging down below, but simple concept, but I put a ratchet strap across there. And then not only can I even it out by pulling one side tighter than the other, but this overall can just raise them up. So I've been let them where they were dangling, see where they were hitting, adjusting what I needed to move it, and then give it another click and it would raise it back up. See what my clearance is again, see, check it, deck it, and boom, boom. And hopefully I can get enough points where it's holding that I can actually tack weld it all together and it'll be one good unit. I'm probably going to leave one break point back here and one back there in case for some reason I do want to take it apart. It's not completely on there, but I do have hangers too, so we'll see what I can use. I might be able to 2-piece those hangers together and then weld all the piping, but I don't know. We'll see. But it's looking pretty good for right now. A lot of good clearance, and I was able to scoot a lot of things to where I didn't think I could scoot them and still have room. So, yep, But I'm just checking the dimensions right here right now and seeing if I need to pull these out a little more to give this distance a little further or what. But they seem a little close now, so I don't know. But I do have a little bit of play and everything right now still, but it'll give me a good mock-up, and I just thought the strap idea was working a lot pretty good, so I had to say something about that.